Hello young learners. Today we are diving into the wild world of human behavior.
Get ready for a thrilling adventure.
Imagine yourself at a party where everyone is enjoying themselves, slightly intoxicated. Suddenly, you say something that offends the person next to you.
Oops, that has happened to me. And it's so awkward.
In this jungle of power, it's important to know that everyone reacts differently. Predicting their reaction is nearly impossible. And as you can't know them, so don't offend them.
What if we accidentally offended?
If by a mistake you offended the wrong person, they will destruct you. Because they are wolves in lamb's clothing.
Wolves in lamb's clothing? That sounds intense. What to do then?
First try to understand their type and then deal accordingly.
I hope this isn't too complicated. I'm not exactly a pro at understanding people.
No worries my friend, we're in for an entertaining ride.
Okay then let's give a shot.
Let's first help you to know the types of wolves. So here are 5 most challenging types in this jungle.
Oh boy, that's a lot. Sounds like a wild ride.
This man's touchy pride makes him super dangerous.
Like the Incredible Hulk? Yes, I remembered now. I only said sky is blue in that party.
It doesn't matter. He will start a fight over nothing. If you meet him, just flee the scene. Buckle up buddy, this type has a fragile ego.
Like a delicate glass sculpture?
Yes. And if he feels himself attacked, he will attack you in bites. And it will take forever to get big enough for you to notice.
Like waiting forever for popcorn to pop.
Say hello to Mr. Suspicion.
Hello.
Be very careful with what you say to Mr. Suspicious. He'll probably misinterpret everything you say, because he's a future Joe Stalin.
Wait, like a fortune teller?
Not exactly. Because he sees what he wants to see. Usually the worst. He even imagines that everyone is after him.
Sounds like a real paranoid type.
But here's a secret, play on his paranoia and turn him against other people. But be careful not to become his next target.
Like being in a spy movie? Sounds thrilling.
This guy is a patient one. If you hurt him, he won't show anger right away. Instead he'll calculate and wait. And when he is in a position to turn the tables, he will exact revenge.
He took patience as a virtue more seriously than me. So how to recognize him?
By his calculation and cunning in different areas of his life.
What if we injured this snake?
That's scary. It is the act of directly inviting destruction, to give a hug. But if that case occurs, either crush him completely or get him out of your sight. Don't let the name fool you. This man is a lot harder to deceive than you imagine. He's blunt and unaware. So trying to trick him is like wasting your time, energy, and sanity.
So, he's like a superhero with a superpower against tricks? Then how to recognize him?
Have a test ready for a mark. Like a joke. If his reaction is utterly literal, this is the type you are dealing with. Continue at your own risk. Now let's connect our today's learning with historical events. In the 13th century, Genghis Khan was a powerful warrior who wanted to share the Silk Route with Muhammad, the ruler of Khwarezm. To show his goodwill, he sent lavish gifts to Muhammad. But alas, Muhammad made a big mistake. He ignored the offer and killed the ambassadors. Genghis Khan was furious and attacked Muhammad's province. The outcome was no surprise. Genghis's fast and skilled soldiers defeated Muhammad's army and took over Samarkand.
So what's the lesson here?
Never assume that the person you are dealing with is weaker. Some men are slow to take offense, which may make you misjudge them. If you want to turn people down, then do so politely. Even if you feel their request is ridiculous, don't insult them. Who knows, you may be dealing with a Genghis Khan. In 5th century, Chungar was the Prince of Qin, a powerful kingdom in China. He was exiled from his kingdom after a coup d'état, and he lived in poverty for many years. One day, Prince came to the kingdom of Cheng. The ruler of Cheng, who was aware of Prince's past, treated him rudely. The ruler's advisor warned him, but he ignored it. Years later, the prince returned seeking revenge. He conquered Cheng, destroyed the kingdom and exiled the ruler. In our daily lives, we forget a lot. But we rarely forget an insult. Even if other person seems weak, swallow the impulse to offend them. The satisfaction is very small, compared to the future danger the person will bring. Because person who seems weak today, can be a person of power tomorrow. In the 1910s, a con artist ring formed in Denver. Joe Fury was the leader of this ring, and he was very good at what he did. He had tricked many people out of their money, and his victims were often too embarrassed to come forward. But one victim was different. In 1920, J. Frank Norfleet was determined to get his money back. He tracked down one con artist and roped him like a calf, dragging him through the muddy streets to the town jail. He traveled across the country, even to England, Canada and Mexico, in search of Fury. Finally, Norfleet found Fury in Jacksonville, and hauled him to jail. But he didn't stop there. He continued to break the entire ring. After 5 years, he single-handedly destroyed the ring. But the effort bankrupted him and ruined his marriage. Although he died a satisfied man. Men like this may appear to fight for truth. But deep down, they are very insecure. Being fooled activates their self-doubt. And they are desperate to repair the damage.
Norfleet's disrupted marriage, his financial breakdown, years of borrowing money, living in cheap hotel. Was all this worth it?
To the people like Norfleet, repairing their damage is worth any price. In 1920, American art dealers were having a tough time. Joseph Duveen, an art dealer for wealthy tycoons, targeted Henry Ford, the richest man in America. Ford was a big target. So 5 biggest dealers came up with a plan. They created a list called the 100 Greatest Paintings in the World. They worked hard for weeks and made a set of 3 beautiful books with pictures and information about each painting. Then they visited Ford at his home in Dearborn, Michigan.
Gentlemen, such beautiful books including such a beautiful colored pictures must cost a lot.
Oh Mr. Ford, we didn't expect you to buy these books. We made them just for you, to show you the pictures. They're a gift.
It is extremely nice of you. But I can't accept such expensive present from strangers.
Well, you see, the paintings in these books are actually the ones we hope to sell to you.
But gentlemen, why would I need the original paintings when the ones in these books are just as beautiful?
Duveen prided himself on studying his victims. But Ford was the unassuming plain man type. He did not possess enough imagination to be deceived. Duveen took months to recover, both mentally and monetarily. Without an ability to measure people, you are blind.
Oh no! Where are my goggles? But you didn't say what to study.
Study people's weaknesses. Study their areas of both pride and insecurity. Know their ins and outs before you even decide to deal with them. Otherwise you will waste time and make mistakes. Take care of 2 cautions while judging others. First, in measuring your opponent, never rely on your instincts. You will make greatest mistakes of all if you rely on such inexact indicators.
Inexact? Then what is exact?
Spy on your opponent for however long it takes. This will pay off in the long run.
Second?
Never trust appearances. A kind person is not always good. A tough person is not always brave. So never trust the version that people give of themselves. It is no reversal. And that's a wrap, my friends. So the next time you're at a party, remember what you learned today. Thank you, stay curious and keep smiling.